We are Cactus Wrestling. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.
Hey, it's Cactus Wrestling. So, we're going to talk about some potential ducking and just overall injuries in general in the college wrestling scene this season. I mean, we see it every season, but
Yeah.
a lot of times I feel like the ducking is kind of intentional, and then a lot of times it's like, oh, they're battling injuries, but then it's like, oh, were you really? I don't
Yeah,
know.
just using an injury as an excuse to duck the competition.
Well,
Uh,
perfect example, like coming up, um, you know, Dayton Fix, Oklahoma State wrestling Lehigh. Ryan Crookham's number one, and the word is that Dayton Fix is not going to wrestle, and that
right.
he's nursing a pretty substantial injury,
Right.
which he didn't wrestle in the CKLV, so it's fair to say that yeah, maybe he is battling something. Uh,
Or could he just be like, oh, this guy knocked off McGonigal, Vito, Nagao. I don't want to be next.
Yeah, I kind of feel like when you get to be one of the top ranked guys, like you kind of have like you're kind of not like coddled in a way, but like you don't wrestle as much. Like
Oh
because
yeah, that's true.
you have less, I guess less to prove type of thing.
Unless you're Caleb Henson.
Well, yeah, Caleb Henson, we love this guy. There should be an award. I feel like one commenter a few videos ago was like the ranking system or the seeding system needs to incorporate like number of matches or number of wins.
Right.
And I agree with that because like if you're 5-0, or let's say what's the minimum they need to be?
Isn't it like 12 or
Yeah,
something?
RPI. Like you're 12-0. Okay, great. You're 12-0. But who did you wrestle? Yeah, you had a couple good wins. Okay, sure. But if you're like 34-2 and you had two losses, like I feel like there's more data to go off of. You're battle tested more.
Yeah.
Um, and you're just putting yourself out there. Like it's hard to wrestle. Like you and I did it. Like we were Division 1 athletes. It's hard to go through an entire season. Everyone gets banged up and bruised. And
Yeah.
yet, like there was no
It's the
expectation
grind.
that you were gonna just miss a duel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's never the case where you were thinking, yeah, I'm gonna just skip this duel.
And yet, like, I mean, we saw Aaron Brooks not even weigh in against Lehigh.
Yeah, I was wondering like why did like was it cut did he not want to wrestle Beard? Did he not want to wrestle his teammate? Not that I think Brooks would have lost to Beard, but like I just thought it was bizarre because unless he got hurt, I didn't hear anything about him getting injured, but just thought it was bizarre that he sat out because Van Ness sat out, but we've now learned that he's injured. So other than that, it was the full normal Penn State lineup. Like no one else sat out besides Brooks and Van Ness. So we don't really know what caused Brooks to sit out.
And and I get it to some capacity because like the season's still young. And but at the same time, it's like we've seen Spencer Lee and Yanni win national titles with a torn ACL.
Oh yeah, I had no ACLs.
Right. So like even Aaron Brooks at his 85% probably still beats Michael Beard.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I think if Aaron Brooks is perfectly healthy and Michael Beard's perfectly healthy, Aaron Brooks is probably majoring him. Because I mean, Beard got majored already this season. Uh, I forget who it was, but Beard already got majored, so it's not, and it wasn't to Brooks, so like it's not unreasonable for him to for Brooks to do it as well. Oh yeah, it was Hidley or Hidley, um, majored him 12-3. So like I think Brooks could pull that off as well.
Yeah. I just feel like the minimum number of matches required should
Should
be
be higher.
hired for I guess like seeding purposes
Right.
go.
And then also like at CKLV, Shane Griffith, did he get injured? Because he injury defaulted, like med forfeited the match before what's it called? He med forfeited the match before we were even having a chance to wrestle it. And like was he hurt? Because he didn't finish the tournament. Like he lost, he got upset. He wrestled the match, but then he didn't wrestle the next match. So what was going on there? Was that a duck, or was he using the med forfeit as a reason, or was he actually injured?
Yeah, the tough part is like it's hard to enforce because it's like, how are you going to police that? Like, oh, were you hurt? Show me
Show me an injury.
show me the injury. Like, I need to see you win.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, like last year, Colton Schultz, he got upset and then didn't wrestle back at all. Right. Or he might have won his next match and then didn't wrestle back. So like lots of guys do it. Like they're expected to do well, and then when they don't even bother with the consolation bracket.
Like where was Vito and where was Jacob Camacho, who were both ranked pretty high at the CKLB?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Why didn't they compete at that? Like we're not privy to the reasoning behind it. I mean, maybe it was injury type thing, but it's unclear.
Yeah, if your team is going to an event, I feel like you got to show up for your team.
Yeah, I mean, NC State would have done a bit better with him instead of Homan. So,
right, but we all know for the most part, everyone's going to show up at NCAA's because that's where it matters most, obviously. But
no one skips out on NCAA's and wins a national title. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of frustrating though. Like as wrestling fans, like we want to see the best matches during the season. It's not good for wrestling when these guys are just like, "Oh no, yeah, you'll get that match when I feel like it."
Yeah, no, yeah, you get hyped for like, oh, these two are gonna wrestle. This is gonna be great, and then if it doesn't happen because of whatever reason, it is a bit underwhelming. Unless you get the backup like Kassar, who can knock off the number one ranked guy. You know, that's always a delight. But
well, that's kind of like Ryan Crookham. Like he was McGonagall's backup to start the year, and then he
that's true.
Off Vito. You just don't usually see it from schools other than Penn State.
Yeah. Crookham knocks off 2 in the top 6 in one day, and then knocks off number 3 pretty handily in the duel like a week and a half later. So
I want to call out Penn State because it's like, how do you get a chance to beat the best when they don't wrestle?
That's true. Yeah. If you're not giving them an opportunity,
like if you're a smaller school, how are you ever supposed to wrestle these guys? They'll go to like one open tournament. Half their roster will actually wrestle.
Well, yeah, and
like, oh, if your team doesn't duel them, then you just have to wait for the postseason.
Yeah, because Penn State only goes to that one tournament that they already went to.
Yeah.
Now the rest of their season is just duels.
And we all see, like, we all know it's like it's hard to beat the same guy over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Like you learn, you get to learn their style a little bit and see what works.
Well, yeah, I mean, think of Brooks and Amin. They had a nice back and forth. Well, I mean, it was like what 3-1 or 2-1. Brooks beat him, but I mean, I don't think Amin would have. If Amin only had the one shot at him, I think Amin loses. But he was able to win the Big Ten title because he'd wrestled him before and came up with a winning strategy, pulled it off, and then I mean, unfortunately, couldn't carry it over to the nationals. But
well, one of the best stories last year was David Carr versus Keegan O'Toole. Like they matched 3 times, and then O'Toole beats him in the national finals for the first time. Like if that was their first meetup ever, David Carr might have won.
I mean, in their first matchup, David Carr did win, and he won handily. I think it was like 7-2 or 7-1 or 8-2 or something. Like he won pretty dominantly. So O'Toole kept getting the match closer and closer until the national finals, where he really widened that gap.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like, what if there was a minimum number of matches required to make the postseason? Like, you had to be You had to wrestle 20 matches. Like if you
Oh
didn't wrestle 20
shoot.
matches, then you couldn't qualify.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Because like I know each team has a certain amount of events they can send their guys to, but like if you're
Right.
injured for the first half, then maybe like you force your guys like, oh yeah, go to this open tournament, get your matches in. Those will count.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd make it really interesting because, like, oh, this guy needs to get more matches and win or lose. He just needs the matches,
Right.
preferably win.
Yeah. But
Oh,
for injuries and such, I don't think we'll ever see anything like that.
no. That would never get implemented. But that would make for things to be very interesting. And I mean, it would also help with seeding because everyone would have a minimum number of matches.
I also feel like for Hodge Trophy, maybe there's less emphasis on like the win-loss record and more on like total matches too. Because let's say like David Carr goes 40-1 or something, or Caleb Henson because he already has a loss. Caleb
Yeah.
Henson ends the season.
So does
Win,
Carr, but
um, but Henson has more matches right now.
yeah,
So let's just say Caleb Henson goes 40-1 to end the season. He
yeah.
had the one loss, and then Aaron Brooks is 20-0.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the Hodge Trophy criteria of the win loss percentage, Brooks beats him. But Henson has double the amount of matches. Like, I feel like that's a different type of domination. Like, I won. I got my hand raised like twice the amount of times that you did.
That's true. Yeah.
Like maybe the margin for victory was a little less, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be because we all talked about how there will never be another Cale Sanderson. Dude wrestled 40 matches every season.
Yeah. I mean, how else do you get to 158 now? Like, guys just don't. I mean, I'm going to say most guys don't do it anymore. I mean, Henson seems to be this season at least trying to get up to in the upwards of 40 matches, which I kind of wish
Care
more
to
guys
guess
would.
how many career victories Aaron Brooks has?
He's probably got like 50.
60.
That's it?
60-3 is his career record.
So he's not even going to hit 100.
No, not even close.
A guy that could easily hit 100 if he tried.
If he tried, yeah. The most wins he had in one season was 21.
Was that a freshman?
No, 2 seasons ago, actually.
Oh, okay.
2022.
21.
Yeah. And then I didn't count the redshirt year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Care to guess how many Carter Srirachi has?
If Brooks has 60, Starachi's got like a 50-something match win streak. Maybe 65.
Yeah, 63-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he has only 3 full seasons, and he's on his 4th. Brooks has.
Oh, Brooks is working on his.
Is on his 5th, but
Wait. He's working on his 5th, and he's not even gonna hit 100 after 5 seasons.
Yeah, that's my point. It's
he's having an average of less than 20 matches per year.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
That's so few matches.
It's kind of infuriating because it's like if he wrestled a full season length schedule like almost everyone else does, he win national title. Like I feel like they get away with it because they're Penn State and they win national titles and like they don't need to wrestle it. Like they don't have the same edge to drive to push. Like they know. I don't know. There's some sort of secret formula they have at least.
Yeah, but
and maybe people should just be following suit. But I want to see more matches. As a wrestling fan, like I was a wrestler. Like I wrestled 30, 40 matches a season. It's a grind. It's an absolute grind.
Yeah, no, I mean, and with these top guys, you want to see them wrestle. And hearing Brooks in 5 seasons is only at like 60 matches. That's like 12 a year right now he's averaging. That's so few. That's so few opportunities to see such a high caliber guy actually wrestle.
I bet I have old teammates who never even qualified for nationals who have more career wins than Aaron Brooks. Isn't that wild?
No, that would be
Because you only need 15 wins a season if you're a full
right,
starter.
right.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know where we're going with this conversation, but drop your comments down below. Like, what do you think of ducking, injury, Penn State's light schedule, any of what we've been talking about in the comments down below? Not much is going on at this point in the wrestling season. We just wrapped up the Cliff Keen. The season is almost halfway over, I'd say. At the end of December, we're probably at the halfway part. But some guys are really getting after it. Caleb Henson, we keep shouting him out. 17 matches. I wanna like create like a tracker to see like who had the most matches by the end of the year. Like, is
Right.
anyone gonna hit 50 matches? That'd be insane to me.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. So drop your comments down below. We'd love to hear your feedback. This is more of just an open dialogue conversation, as opposed to kind of like any breaking news or anything like that. So
We'll hit you up in the comments.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.